Loveline is meant for an adult audience. Loveline may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised.
Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew.
I'm not modeling anymore for the two of you.
Loveline.
Hey, the show started. It's a Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Handsome Boy Modeling School will be in here in just a few minutes. We're going to take some calls, and then we'll go to break, and we'll bring the guys in. Drew, is that it?
That's it. Let's go.
We're going to the phones?
Yeah, I like that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Need to talk about anything? Hey, you know what? I had Natalie Raitano tonight on the webcast.
Mm-hmm.
She was fantastic. She really opened up a lot. And,
From VIP?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized what a difference people, when you get them in a nice quiet room and let them talk, it's a little different.
Sure. Get them drunk, you get their panties off, it's a whole different person you're dealing with.
Yeah, it was really nice. I appreciate her coming on and opening up.
Jenny?
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, my question is, my last boyfriend I had was very unclean. He, didn't shower and didn't brush his teeth or anything.
So what's the big deal? I mean, yes, I see.
And,
I think Adam's next question is, did he need to? Because some people don't need to.
Well, Drew, come on, I have a point here. I may not be clean, but it's only because I tend not to smell.
You don't need to be clean. Yeah, all right, Jenny, what's going on?
Let me ask you something, Drew. Hold on a second, wise ass. Hang on there, Jenny. Let's say there's two cars, because I think there's a car analogy for everything, right?
A black one and a
One of them's
one.
black, the other one's white or silver.
Yeah.
One guy works out in the desert, and the other guy has covered parking. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it doesn't.
And it's been a week. But at the end of the week, the guy drives a black car who works out in Conejo or something and parks out in a parking lot, and a street cleaner goes by and everything. That car needs a washing at the end of the week. The other car, looks all right.
Yeah, but neither
doesn't look showroom new.
Yeah.
And it's been a week for both cars, and one car doesn't need it.
I understand you get...
Do we have to wash the other car anyway?
I understand you...
Just because... What if the other car's balls don't smell?
I understand
That's
you,
what I'm
you get
saying.
very little mileage.
That's right.
And live a pristine life.
That's right.
But cars don't create a funk. Right?
Yeah.
There's no oil emanating out of the car skin.
Once in a while, there's a catalytic converter funk that goes on.
Yeah.
And also,
brake funk.
Oil does drip.
So
what's your point?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's get the call done.
Jenny?
yeah.
What happened in your case?
Well, he had this rash between his legs,
Uh-huh.
kind of off and on, it would be there 1 month and then it would be gone, and he just blamed it on, chafing and stuff.
Yeah.
But I was diagnosed with a fungal infection, and I was just wondering if what he had could have been a fungal infection.
Oh, I'm sure it was fungus. It's either crabs or fungus, basically.
Could I have gotten that fungal infection?
Yeah, that's not typically passed one person to the other, but it's possible. Do you know what kind of fungal infection you have?
No.
Where do you have it?
In her funghole.
Well, no, I was diagnosed with it, vaginitis type or whatever.
That's a different thing.
And in my digestive tract.
Yeah, that's different.
No, he had heat rash or jock itch, right?
Jock itch, yeah.
How come that doesn't get passed around? Chicks don't have jocks?
You basically already have that stuff on your skin. It just
Do chicks have jocks?
No,
they don't.
They can be jocks,
but they can't have a jock.
Can't wear or have.
They could wear a jock.
Could, but don't.
Okay, but you have to have balls to have jock itch.
No.
The jock is the thing that you put on. It's not...
Because technically it's tinea cruris is what it's called, and that's just between your legs, basically, in your cruris.
So you could get that.
Yeah.
All right. Has nothing to do with jocking off?
No.
Kelly?
Hello?
You're 20?
Yes.
What's up?
I have two really quick questions to ask. Number one is, I was wondering if there was any physical signs that you could tell if a guy was a virgin or not.
He should start stuttering when you ask him to take his pants off.
If he's a virgin?
Yes. Yeah, start stuttering.
Any change in his stride or what he wears if he is not a virgin?
Yeah.
Cologne?
Yeah. He'll probably be wearing more cologne, and his stride, his walk will turn more into a strut.
Mm-hmm.
And he should start wearing more jewelry as well once he lost his
kind
virginity.
of cologne? High karate? Something like that?
High karate, brute, whatever's around.
Because he had pain, and I didn't, and a friend of mine, or one of his friends had told me that had meant that he was.
Oh, please. Where was his pain?
Like, when we were having sex.
Where was the pain?
On him? Yeah, what do you mean?
Where did he experience pain?
He had pain, right, Kelly?
Yeah.
Where?
Well, you will make a hell of a doctor.
Oh, when he was in me.
Where did he experience pain?
In the bedroom?
In the bedroom?
Hey, screwball.
Yeah.
What part of
Listen to
him
me.
hurt?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, his penis. I'm sorry.
There you go. That's
Sorry.
the pain part. Okay. We could have narrowed it down to the penis.
When he was ejaculating, or at what point did he have pain?
No, actually, when he first came in me, he was, like, basically almost done right there.
Well, that's not pain.
No, he had pain at the same time.
Okay.
But he didn't come
Hey,
yet.
Kelly, what do you do? You go to junior college?
No.
You're not going to school at all, right?
No.
I knew it was a choice between one of the two. Where are you working?
I work for a doctor.
Really?
Yes.
You must be some kind of good looking. Okay. Stick with this guy.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Except for the part about him having the orgasm right as he entered you.
The other question I just wanted to ask really quick, if I can. I experience pain also, and I'm not a virgin.
Well, at what point did you experience pain?
Oh, in my vagina.
At what point did you experience pain?
Well, it first happens a lot when it goes in, and then it continues, and then it doesn't happen anymore.
This has always been the case for you?
Yes.
So it's just at the beginning.
Basically, yes.
Well, maybe it's a little foreplay lubrication.
Yeah,
thing.
lubrication / pelvic muscle spasm, nervousness.
Okay.
Tell the doctor you work for that you're having this.
He works on feet, though.
Vaginismus is what that's called.
Sick guy. Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right, Kelly. All right. Nicole,
Hi.
you're 26. What's up?
Yeah, I had a question about the morning after pill. I'm really, really confused. I'm studying a human intimacy class, and we studied about family planning and contraception and everything. And I'm reading from two different sources here. In my book, it talks about how it prevents implantation of the egg. If
That was the old belief. That
Really?
was, and in fact, I watched that literature for 10 years before I got behind this product.
You know what, though? It's printed in 1999.
That's right.
what I'm confused.
Well, the book was printed in 99, but it relies on... Listen, I contribute to books. I've written a couple chapters in books. You write the chapters 2 years before the book comes out, based on literature that's a year or two old already.
Really? Okay.
So this is within the last 2 years.
Yeah,
the literature has come out pretty clearly.
My dilemma was, okay, I'm a Christian and I don't believe in abortion.
Well, here is the deal.
Okay,
Okay, listen. I think that's fine. I think that's great. In fact,
Right.
I support you 100%. But here's the problem. It looks like, as I read the literature,
Okay.
and again, I'm open to discussion about this.
Okay, yeah.
But listen, because it's not 1,000% clear, but it is as clear as I can make it right now.
Okay.
Wait, hang on.
Hold on a second. Hey, Nicole?
Yeah.
Listen, listen for a second.
You talk more than Jesus did to his disciples. Now, just clam up for a second. I'm putting you on hold. I'm saving you from yourself. Go ahead.
That it looks to me that the...
Yeah, well, wait a minute.
But
I read in the book.
The morning after pill has about as much probability as interfering with implantation as the usual birth control pill. So if you're going to take issue with the issue of whether or not it affects implantation, you're going to have to get behind a position that eliminates all oral contraceptive pills. Which to me is not in the interest of prudence.
Right.
And will definitely lead to more abortions.
Yeah, my dilemma was about rape. In one of my Christian journals, it talks about if, like, you go in for medical treatment and the personnel offers you pregnancy prevention drugs, it tells us that Christians should be aware that the drugs can cause the body to abort a fertilized egg. That I just wanted to know what my options were if something tragic were to happen. I mean, accidents and tragedies do happen. Would it be contradictory to my beliefs?
Well, in general, your belief system would have it that it's not the baby's fault that it was the product of a rape. Therefore, you have to see the pregnancy through.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but in the case of this product, if you believe in oral contraceptive pills at all, I think your risk of interfering with implantation is about the same with the emergency contraceptive as it is with the usual oral pill.
Like is the mini pill then?
They're all the same.
They're all the same, really?
About the same.
You married, Nicole?
No, I'm not.
Well, you're not having sex anyway, right?
No, I was just concerned about, rape and that.
And Nicole, by the way, it's debatable whether this stuff interferes with implantation at all.
Oh, okay.
And it's fairly clear to my reading of the literature that it doesn't. I feel very comfortable with that fact.
Good, Nicole. Keep going.
Oh, I try to.
All right. Why are you born again?
No, I'm a Jehovah's Witness.
Really?
Yes, I am.
When did you see Jehovah?
I was kind of raised in
Raised?
it. My mom became a witness in 75, and I was about 2 years old.
Is that near your birthday?
No.
They don't get you presents, though, right?
Yeah, I get presents all the time. I get probably more presents than, regular.
Really?
Did?
I thought
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witness, you didn't get the gifts for Christmas and your birthday and stuff.
that doesn't bother me. I was always well taken care of. You know,
hold on.
My mom took care of me.
Nicole,
She was real nice.
Nicole, do you get gifts for your birthday and for Christmas?
No, I get gifts year round though. That makes up for it. I mean,
What is it, some kind of like dragged out Hanukkah they do?
What kind of gifts do you get?
Bible markers, stuff like that.
No.
Mittens?
No. I get lovely gifts. I've gotten, my grandmother for graduation. She gave me a beautiful necklace.
Wait, but you said
Stuff
you said every day you get gifts.
What?
You said you get gifts all year round.
Oh, yeah, but, it doesn't have to be any kind of special occasion.
All right, what's a non-special? I'm just curious. Come on.
Who cares?
Just
Listen,
curious.
leave her and Jehovah alone. But Nicole, I just want to be clear. In that religion, you don't have gifts for your birthday or for Christmas. Is that true?
No, because of the origin of the holidays. Yeah.
All right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think it's a tactic by cheap parents.
Oh, please, no.
I do. I believe it was dreamt up.
Well, you would recognize that.
My folks may have had a hand in this one. Yeah, we're into Jehovah. Well, Mom's got to score some weed, but when Christmas rolls around, we're into Jehovah.
Your poor mom. I feel the need to come to her defense.
Jesus Christ. I was just talking to someone the other day about my pathetic Christmas. 1 year.
The bough of a tree.
The branch of a tree.
Bough. It's a Christmas bough.
It was the branch of the world's ugliest pine tree we have in our front yard. My mom cut the branch down with like a kitchen knife, and we leaned it up against the wall. Charlie Brown didn't get screwed like that, did he? At least he had an actual Christmas tree. I mean, it had another side to it.
You could only handle one ball Christmas ornament.
This thing would have been crushed by the string with the popcorn on it. Would have taken it through the floor. This actual branch leaned up against the side.
A breeze would have taken it to the floor.
Jesus Christ. Melissa?
It probably was a fire hazard, too.
No. Who the hell knows? Probably hoping the house burned down at that point. Melissa?
Hi.
You're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, I love your show.
Thanks.
Well, I think I might be asexual if that's possible. I just wanted to know what you guys thought about if that was even like something realistic.
Why? What?
You don't have any desire for sex?
Well, it's not that I don't have desire for sex. I just never meet people that I would actually want to have sex with.
You're 17. That would be sort of age normal.
Yeah.
But it's kind of frustrating. Like, there's this whole high school dating thing that's happening, and I'm just kind of like,
Yeah. Yeah. I stood back and watched that myself. That's all right.
Interests me. Right?
Don't worry. You'll have your day. You'll probably be a slut in college.
Oh, great.
Well, I'm just trying to encourage you.
Oh, thank you.
Well, why aren't you interested? You're not interested in boys?
Well, it's not that I'm not. I have a lot of friends that are guys, and, I'm a really social person, but just in terms of, actual romance, I'm not that interested.
Have you ever had a relationship like that?
When I was 14, but, I don't know, I don't consider that to be much of a relationship.
Why? What happened?
You big gal?
No.
No.
What happened with the 14-year-old relationship?
Well, there was two. One was 2 months and one was 1. And they were a lot of fun, and I actually did feel like I really liked those guys. But after that, just kind of I don't know, I've never felt like that anymore.
Did they dump you?
No, actually, one of them was a mutual breakup, and the other one, I dumped him.
Did anything else happen in your life that would sort of turn you off?
Well, I didn't really have a dad until I was 5.
Yeah.
Your original dad was out of the picture?
Yeah, and then I was adopted. My mom remarried, and the guy adopted me. He's actually really cool. It's worked out well, but I think it might have affected me.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't get the sense that it affected
You don't sound that screwed up. Hey, you'll get over it.
I'm doing pretty well. I'm going to college, and I'm working and taking 8 classes, and I have a lot going on.
You're 17 and going to college.
No, I'm going to go to college.
Just going to go to college.
I see.
Ah, you're fine, Melissa.
Okay.
I think you'll figure this one out.
We've deemed you healthy.
Thank you.
This may be a blessing.
Don't worry about it. Yeah, so you get through high school without getting crabs.
How can I make my daughter like this?
I'll just make her do a lot of stuff so she doesn't have time for a boyfriend, maybe.
I'm working on that.
I don't know. I don't think your daughter... First you got to do is wrestle away from your wife. That's what you got to do. Have her raised by gypsies or wolves or someone who can properly tend to her. That daughter of yours, forget about it, Drew.
What?
Forget it.
What?
She is, no. You're gonna have to sign a security to her. She's good looking, she's assertive, she's already into ensembles, you know, she likes clothing that matches and stuff. Forget about it. Forget it.
That's a sign of trouble, is ensembles?
Yes. It's it's going to be trouble, Drew.
All right, well,
I'm telling you.
I'm doing what you said. I'm signing security.
That's what you do.
Okay.
All right.
It's done.
Maybe I'll do it. We're going to take a little break. Handsome Boy Modeling School is here tonight. We'll bring them in here during the break, and then we'll come back, talk to them. We'll hear something off their CD, and we'll answer some more questions after this.
We'll be right back with more.
All right, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there, Handsome Boy Modeling School.
Yes.
Our guest, Prince Paul, and Dan the Automator are both here. And that's it with the Handsome Boy Modeling School, right? I mean, that's the Handsome Boy Modeling School, right?
Well, we're like the presidents and owners of the school. We have various people who come in and guest star on
It's really the principal and the...
yeah, pretty much. In other words,
CEO.
in other words, we're the ones who cast the checks.
Right. And let's see, Mike D from the BC Boys. Sean Lennon was on this. Boy, he's a nice guy, isn't he?
Sure is.
I think we had him on this show 8 months ago.
Like him and Will Smith.
A year ago?
Nice guys.
5 years ago?
Year and a half?
No, it wasn't that long ago. Anyway, I was surprised at how what a friendly sort of guy that he was. And what song did he contribute to, by the way?
He did this song called Sunshine. It's him and this guy Josh Hayden from the band Spain.
And
Father Guido Sarducci.
See, these guys were telling me...
Really?
Yeah.
Father Guido contributed?
Oh, absolutely.
I love Father Guido. What's he been up to?
That's funny, he said the same thing about you.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
Father Guido?
Yeah, he likes you.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I've arrived, Drew. Father Guido Sarducci
He knows who you are.
knows who I am.
That's why we pushed to get on the show.
Okay.
Father Guido. Please, now I got him and Space Ghost, both fans of mine.
There you go.
Dude, it's massive.
If I could only win over my own family. Oh, man, have I arrived.
These guys were telling me that they are critically acclaimed musicians.
Who?
These guys.
Yeah, I believe him.
And that they never had a chance to sort of participate in the rewards of having a record.
Well, you guys were producing, right?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
you know, sort of behind the scenes and watching other people get all the accolades.
Yeah, exactly.
So you decided to get in front of the mic and make some money for yourself. I think what we should do, and by the way, these guys are going to be tomorrow, right, at 6 o'clock at Fat Beats in Los Feliz. They'll be doing a signing. Does that sound right?
Yeah,
Sounds
pretty
right
much.
to me, yeah. Screw that up, did I? I think we ought to hear something off the Handsome Boy Modeling School CD. What is the first track we're going to play there? This one, yes. This one is called The Truth.
Very good selection. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right, Anderson.
Go. Nice selection.
All right, Anderson, you gave me the 1 minute. All right, I gotta
All right,
work
so that
with
wasn't the
Anderson.
truth. That was not the truth. That was
No,
rock
it
and
was
roll.
not.
Ironically, it was not the truth.
No, we lied about playing the truth. We will. That was rock and roll could never hip hop like this,
Yep.
and we will play then the truth
yeah.
later on. Are you all right with that?
Yeah, it sounded like
Drew?
you're going to a commercial or something like
No,
that. All right,
why would I go to a commercial?
I don't know.
As a matter of fact, we're going straight through tonight. No commercials.
No commercials, all right.
You'll be catheterized, Drew. You'll just have to drink coffee and urinate in the trash can there. Handsome Boy Modeling School is our guest tonight. Prince Paul and Dan the Automator are both here, and we are going to go back to the phones and see what's going on there. Rick,
Yes, sir.
you're 28?
Yep.
What is up?
I live in Reno, Nevada, and I've been, I guess, addicted to prostitutes. They have legalized brothels here since I was about 21.
You're right.
I didn't know they had those.
Oh, yeah.
Out here?
Check out Nevada.
No, Nevada.
Oh.
It's calling for me.
I was like, hey, I'm out here.
Thank God you're living there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is that?
My girlfriend condones it, though, but she's just worried about how much money I spend a week.
She condones it.
Yeah, because after I go there, she gets really turned on, I guess, and I come home and then we have sex after I go to the brothel.
No, she's got some issues.
Wow. How much do you spend a week?
150, 200.
Yeah, what does that buy you?
Was that by me? Well, it's about twice. That's
The bouncer gives him a hand job.
No, the question
twice
is,
a week.
what does he do for a living? For that and live and eat.
I'm a metal stud framer.
Oh, boy.
Can.
Yeah, you do a lot of the casino stuff?
Lots of casinos, lots of doctors' offices.
Yeah, see, it's all that commercial stud stuff. They have a channel on the bottom. They shoot it to the slam with the velocity nailer, and they just snap those studs in place, yeah?
Metal studs, yeah.
Put them together with those tech screws.
And drop the ceiling in.
That's right, T-bar. Right, Rick?
That's it.
That's
Good.
right. All right. So you work all day, and then you go hit the brothel at night.
Twice a week.
Twice a week. How far is the brothel from where you live? Because
I live in Reno, and it's about 15 minutes away.
I heard some of those places were out there a little bit.
No, well, out in Vegas, there's lots of them out in Vegas as you're driving through the desert, but I live about 15 minutes away from 3 of them.
And are they just kind of, cinder
There's
block?
young 18-year-old girls in there.
Settle down. Are they whose dads molested them? Have fun with your boner next time, Rick. Are those just cinder block, sort of bunkers out in the middle of the desert?
They're trailers, single-wide trailers, all connected to each other.
Interesting.
And your girlfriend's all right with this, huh?
Yeah, she's just worried about how much money I spend.
Well, what does she do for a living?
She's a student.
Really? Of what? What could she possibly be studying?
I'm not sure what she's
Does she go to college, or what does she have?
Abnormal behavior?
This Chucky Meadows Community College.
Community college.
All right, yeah.
Classes.
Yeah.
Music
I'm
class.
with Dan. She probably studies abnormal behavior.
Yeah.
Rick?
Yes, sir.
Maybe you could cut back on your trips to the brothel?
Yeah, well, it's just twice a week. She just worried about how much money I spend.
I know. Well, that's why I'm asking you to cut back.
Just like
Once a week.
Rick, just like with any other form,
Whatever it is.
just like with any other form of addiction, you can either stop or you can't.
That's what I was wondering. Is there any kind of number? Like, they have gamblers
Oh yeah.
places up
Yeah,
they
then one of the-
advertise that all over the place.
One of the ways to know that you're getting into trouble with sexual addiction is you spend so much money at it. That's one of the consequences.
Well, couldn't you just, cut down on his quality and spend half the money?
Yeah.
You know?
Regular. She's just regular
Yeah,
garbage.
you couldn't get the fat chick discount or something?
Well,
I mean, it's a little something to take home.
Paul's asking, take something home in a doggy bag for your girlfriend?
I got a regular girl I see out there for about 2 years now.
Oh, really?
Oh, interesting.
That's nice. You
She's
guys,
22.
you guys are really, really hitting it off. And what do? Do you have intercourse or oral sex?
Half
Half and half?
oral, and then intercourse with the condom.
And do you have to make an appointment each week,
No,
or
you walk in.
you just walk in? But she knows you, right?
Oh yeah, I know her days.
And you wait around till some fat trucker rolls over so you can get in, or how does that work?
Sort of. There's a bar and TVs and.
I mean, it's got to be kind of weird where you walk in a place and you say to the owner or the manager, "Hey, is Sheila in?" Yeah, a couple Iranian guys are working her right now, but they should come pretty soon. So why don't you just have yourself a Pabst Blue Ribbon? She'll towel off and she'll be ready for you in a minute. You just sit there and watch the rest of the Raiders game, at the bar, waiting for the sheiks to bust a nut before you head in there.
It's weird.
Isn't that kind of weird?
Yeah.
I mean,
essay.
I mean, and not.
Rick.
I'm not talking about a bachelor party and it's 4:30 in the morning and you've been drinking for the last 11 hours and you're
He's
just out of
coming
your
off the
mind.
job.
I'm talking about punching out
Yeah, he's
and getting in your car and it's 4:30 in the afternoon driving over there.
It's a couple things. Rick, got too much time on your hands.
Yeah.
Pick up a hobby, and secondly, you call AA and get a referral to SA. You really this.
That's the thing.
There is definitely. It's a very good program.
Hey, is your girlfriend around?
She's right here.
Well, we got to talk. To her.
Let me talk to her for a second there, Rick.
Talk to you. Just say he rocks.
Rick.
Adam, you rock.
All right. Hey,
That's strike 3.
What's your name?
My name's Lynn.
Lynn. What's up? How come you let Rick go to the brothel
His girlfriend that he pays for.
all the time?
I guess you could say I'm into kinky stuff, so.
You're into kinky stuff?
Yeah.
But why? All right, you're into kinky stuff, but he's the one who's getting laid.
Well, he goes out, he gets it, and then he comes home, and then...
How about him just coming home horny after work without screwing anyone first?
I guess that could be possible.
No, I think the real question is, what is she doing while he's at the brothel?
What are you doing? Lynn?
I'm keeping our house clean.
The question is what was done to her.
Oh, boy.
That's the question.
Lynn, what happened to you? Somebody must have done something horrible to you, right?
No.
Yes, Lynn,
Come on. What's up with you?
Nothing.
Lynn, please.
There's nothing.
Lynn, where's your dad?
I have no clue.
All right.
And how old were you when he
I
left?
was 3.
And under what circumstances did he take off?
My mom and him separated.
Why?
I don't know.
All right. Stepdads?
He's...
Do you have a stepdad?
Yeah.
Abusive?
Mm-mm.
Come on. A little bit of a drinker?
He used to.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There you
Now
go.
we're getting to it.
There we go. Dad was a drinker too?
Huh?
Dad drank too?
Yeah.
A lot,
Yeah.
And
Where's my bourbon?
did he do anything to you, do you know?
No.
Did the stepdad do anything to you?
Mm-mm.
All right.
And even when he was drunk?
So,
You got a good relationship with stepdad now?
yep.
You do? You guys get along pretty well?
Huh?
You get along with your stepdad now?
Yeah.
He's a good guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
That's a ringing endorsement.
You found another addict to be with. And Rick, and it's sexual addiction.
Other than that, he's a good guy.
All right. Hey, Lynn,
Yeah?
don't have any kids.
Too late.
Okay.
Do you have kids?
No.
Seriously,
Lynn,
where are
wow.
your kids?
Well, my one kid, I put him up for adoption when I had him. That was at 15.
That's right. Come on, Lynn, what happened to you? Where's your other kid?
I don't have any other kids.
All right, you just gave the one kid up.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Hey, listen, how old are you?
21.
21. Why don't you get it together? You know what I'm saying? Come on, you're living in some shack in Vegas. You're dating some tin knocker who's in Reno, same place, who's worse, who's banging around with some hooker and a double wide. Come on, you're going to junior college.
Could get a double wide hooker and
What's
save your money.
What's going on here, Lynn? Yeah. All right. That's all right. You deserve more. That's what I'm telling you.
Okay.
But it's all, you're not looking realistic that you're past.
That's what you got to do. Yes. What a lucky guess that Dad left the family and stepdad did
alcoholics.
some serious boozing.
Yeah.
And it's you know, I hate to ruin everyone's fun, but it's just so goddamn predictable. No sane woman puts up with this. They just don't. You have to come from a place where somebody did something to you to make it okay as an adult.
Yep.
Because, Drew, your daughter turns 21, if, let's say I'm dating her.
Yeah.
Let's see, how
And
old
you
is
look
she?
at another woman?
And I say I'm going off to the ranch to bust a nut.
She would bust your nut right there.
That's right. One swift kick from those Nancy Sinatra boots she wears. Boom. Kelly,
Yeah.
you're 27.
Oh, it's my turn already.
What is up?
Well, I have a question about my husband. He gets off on wearing women's clothing. Particularly, he wants to wear, like, my nylons. And it's happened for the majority of his life. And he totally, like, we have, like, not a very good sex life. I mean, it's okay. But then...
Well, he can't get his through the nylons, right?
It's just like...
Thanks.
I really need to see
Thanks for the courtesy laugh there, Kelly. I appreciate that. You see that, Drew? You ought to do that once in a while. A little courtesy laugh.
Well, it just kind of really disgusts me, but I don't understand why he does it.
I have a book for you.
Oh, good.
It's not our book, is it?
In our book, we talk a little bit about it, too.
Why isn't it ever our book
All
that
right,
you
get the
recommend?
Adam and Drew book.
Thank you.
Surviving, what the hell we call it?
I don't know what it's called.
But there's another book by a woman named, I'm blanking her name, but the book is called Female Perversions.
Okay.
And he should get that and read that, or
You
she should
should
read
get
it.
that and read that so you understand what these things are all about.
And why'd you marry him if he was a cross-dresser?
Well, if you found that so objectionable.
Well,
it means you're weird.
okay,
Doesn't it, guys?
dating, I
Pretty much.
actually participated with him once.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
What do you do when you participate with him? Like,
Well, I let
tease his
him
hair?
dress up, and I dressed up, and we still have, like, normal sex. I mean, we had intercourse and whatnot, but he totally gets off on it. I mean, he was way more into it.
This author's name is Louise Kaplan, if I remember right.
All right.
Kaplan.
It's a nice segue.
And Kelly,
Yeah.
but don't you think, I mean, Drew, you always say this doesn't have to do with sexuality, or it doesn't necessarily have to interfere with sexuality, but it means you're crazy.
It means you got some heavy S going on somewhere.
And that is a good reason not to marry somebody.
But it doesn't have to do with identity, sexual identity per se.
No, you still like women. It's just you think you're one, too, with a penis.
No, it's that.
Yes, and you want to have sex with women.
No, it's that in order to have closeness with another person that creates sexual feelings, you need this distraction.
You need lip gloss
to act out this sort of... It's basically a way of sort of taking on the persona of mom, so the connection with mom is not so overwhelmingly scary.
When Kelly...
Wow, that's scary.
They dress trampy, too, these guys, too. They don't wear sensible shoes. Like, they don't wear flats and gauchos in a nice, taupe-colored sweater. They dress like
you
hookers.
do. Like you do.
Yeah, when I dress as a woman, I dress sensibly.
Yeah, yes.
You know?
Well, that's good.
I'm not flashy. I'm not ostentatious. Not too heavy on the mascara. I don't look like some kind of cheap prostitute, I'll tell you that. I look very classy, very elegant. You could take me to the opera.
That's very handsome.
A little costume jewelry, but,
that's
tastefully
right.
done.
A little flash, but that's all right. Kelly?
Yeah?
All right, you really, well, you knew what you were getting into, so now you're into it.
Well, he does it only at home.
All right, well, just because it's going to be...
So you think.
With himself more than he has with me.
He does what?
I mean, he does this with himself, like gets himself off.
Yeah, okay, well...
More than he does with me.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's got issues, Kelly.
Yeah.
You should get him to look into those issues.
Isn't he like show tunes and stuff?
What could it be?
What could it be?
Yeah.
These are very heavy leftover feelings from childhood.
It ain't a hobby. That's what it's not.
This is not something he has conscious connection with or will be able to explain to you in a way that makes sense.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Get that book.
You have kids?
Yes.
Oh, baby.
Get that book, all right?
I hope they're girls. They got a lot of hand-me-downs coming their way.
Okay.
All right. Hey, and Kelly, what's he do for a living? Just because it'll be funny. It's always funny. What?
He's in construction, man.
Oh my God.
There you go.
That makes it funny. I don't know why, because now you're picturing the guy with the cigar and the hard hat and the skirt and the pumps on out there, like, yelling at some guys driving a backhoe. Come on, Stu, we got a dime holding up $1 over here. Who's going on a donut run?
Yeah, here's the question. Who is going on a donut run?
Larry, could you close your legs there when you're eating lunch? Your balls are hanging out of your skirt. Oh, man. What's with all the whack jobs in construction? The guy called before was in construction. This guy's in construction.
I don't know. You were in construction?
I was in construction. It's like some kind of a magnet for scum, for like deviants who can't get along in society. Guys who got fired from their jobs because they took a swing at the boss or showed up drunk and urinated on a secretary or something.
Yet those of us that have absolutely no skill in building something with our hands, I'm very jealous of people that can, even have a skill that can contribute to building a building.
These guys are all like
Why is that?
alcoholics or sexual deviants.
Yeah, sounds more like destruction.
Yeah, they build, they work hard. They're just a bunch of screwed up idiots. I work with 100 guys like this. All right,
sounds like some of the rappers I know.
Take a little break. Yeah, it's like rapping, but without the money. We will take a little break. Handsome Boy Modeling School is our guest tonight. We'll hear something else off their CD in the next hour, and we'll be back after this.
Loveline, 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Well, it's worth hearing.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Handsome Boy Modeling School's the name of our guest tonight. Prince Paul and Dan the Automator are both here from the band. That's
Wait,
also...
can I make a correction? For Handsome Boy Modeling School, he's Nathaniel Merriweather, and I am Chester Rockwell. We take on our birth names.
I should have...
absolutely.
All right, let me figure that one out then. Hold on. All right, I'll figure that out during the next break. Next break. But thanks for the correction.
Yeah.
Handsome Boy Modeling School is also the name of the CD, and the guys will be seen tomorrow, if you want to go see them at 6 o'clock at Fat Beats in Los Feliz. And Los Feliz, very cool area right up there under the observatory and around those parts. Kind of In between, like, Silver Lake and Hollywood.
So between Children's Hospital and the Observatory.
That's the way you look at it. I look at it as being between...
Which
Ramen's Chinese.
Yeah, and what strip club?
Yeah, in between Crazy Girls and the Observatory. Thank you. Good. Shauna?
Yes.
You're 21.
Yes.
What's up?
Well, my husband is he's got a paranoid schizophrenic, and he has to take medicine. Well, since he's been on these pills, he's been having problems getting it up.
What pill?
Zyprexa and Remeron.
Well, that can do that.
Is there something that he can do?
The Remeron's not supposed to have that side of... Are you there?
Yeah.
Sean? And the Zyprexa could certainly do this kind of thing. He needs to talk to the psychiatrist. Sometimes adding Viagra or testosterone or Wellbutrin to the concoctions he's on will help
you can take testosterone?
Depending on what the problem is, yeah, that sometimes helps. It really depends on what they find to be the issue with him. But these medicines can certainly do this, and it's not something he should necessarily assume he has to live with. Most psychiatrists would be very empathic about this and would try to find something that would not cause that side effect.
Yeah, it's causing, like, really bad problems.
Yeah, okay, well, listen, this is an important issue. It's a chronic illness he has. He's got to come up with a range of therapeutic interventions that are reasonable for his living, for his lifestyle. And
also, can my son get that? The paranoid schizophrenia.
There is a slight increased risk, but it's not a direct relationship as though it's just because you have a parent with this disease, there's a high risk of you developing it.
At least it's not genetic?
There's a familial risk, but it's not it's not like alcoholism where you can be in a very high percentage of parents.
Yeah, he got it from his mom.
Yeah,
and his mom got it from her mom.
Well, there are family systems where it's more prominent than others. And
By the time your kid turns 20 and gets it, they'll have some kind of cure for it.
I hope you don't. I mean, I know all the stuff I went through with my husband, and I see this stuff, and I don't want my son to go through that.
Yeah, well, at least you'll be looking for it. I mean, with your husband, you probably didn't know what was going on, right?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, that could freak you out.
Yeah.
All right, Shauna.
Thank you.
Tell him to tell the shrink and get some more pills, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Well, get some for me, too, while I say. Can you do that, Drew? The guy, I got a buddy.
I've been thinking about it.
He's a good guy.
Take some Zyprexa?
Yeah, what's that Zyprexa do?
Olanzapine?
Yeah, have some of that.
Mellow you out a little bit.
Really?
Know those machine gun outbursts? Take them right away.
Really?
That's the end of them.
That's my career.
No.
What are you talking about? You mean like when we do the TV show and I start yelling at everyone backstage?
Right. So the inappropriate yelling. I mean, you'll be able to still yell at callers and things, don't worry. But the yelling,
but I think it's all appropriate.
The agitated yelling where you just indiscriminately act out on everybody.
Yeah, but you understand when you have a cooler full of water and the ice is almost melted, and a lot of them, the labels were facing the wrong direction.
Yes.
The bottle's not pivoted.
I know that got to you.
Yeah, I mean, that is outrageous. I can't believe any celebrity would put up with that. And in my trail mix, that I have in my dressing room, I told him to pick all the cashews out of them, and I found some shards of cashew in one of them. So Drew, come on.
You spun out pretty good about that.
Yeah. I mean, there were, little pieces of cashew in there. And what happens is I know enough not to eat the cashew, but they stick to some of the other nuts, and then you get the cashew flavor, and that's where it comes off.
Yeah,
that's when
that
I go
happens.
off. Yeah.
They do the same thing with my crack mixture.
Right. They get some cashew with that crack?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not
That's
good.
another thing. I told them to have some crack for me. And then they were, I told them 2 kilos. I got 1.5. Jesse?
Yeah.
You're 21.
Save all the cashews for me.
What's up?
I only like the cashews.
Yeah.
Hi.
I was just kidding you, jack off.
Oh, man.
Please. I eat
Hi.
those cashews.
I'm big fans of the two handsome boys. And I wanted to ask Dan, like, what records had he put out before the Dr. Octagon record or that he'd worked on? Because I really like the Bombay the Hard Way and all the stuff he's done. They're heroes of mine, so.
I produced a band called Corner Shop. They had a record called When I Was Born for the 7th Time.
Oh, was that their first record?
They're the one that was the one with all the hits, I guess. Produced the John Spencer Blues Explosion, the last album called Acme.
Okay.
And you can look forward to a new record coming out with myself and Paul and Mike Simpson from the Dust Brothers called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, with Mike being the ugly.
Right.
Of course, by default.
Because we're the handsome boys.
Right. I mean, you couldn't be ugly. Hey, Jesse?
Yeah.
You all right?
I'm fine.
You get what you need?
I did, thanks.
All right, thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
All right, we're going to take ourselves another break. Who are we going to talk to when we come back, Drew?
That's not Jim.
Jim? Jim is 14. Friend said that he can't get circumcised after the age of 12. He wants to know if it's true. We'll tell him whether it's true after this.
Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. 1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
It is Loveline. We got to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the fabulous show in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on
Radio
Station.
I'm about to raise all our spirits.
Portland's new rock alternative.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Our guest tonight, Handsome Boy Modeling School. Chess Rockwell,
Yes.
a.k.a. Prince Paul.
Yes.
And Nathaniel Merriweather, a.k.a. Dan the Automator, are both here tonight. They are Handsome Boy Modeling School, as well as many other people have contributed to the CD, such as, guys like Father Guido Sarducci, who I found out is a fan, and I'm on cloud 9 now.
There you go. Used to speak so disparagingly of him, too.
Well, I was always a fan of Guido's work. I just never knew if he was a fan of mine. That's all. So now, there's him, Space Ghost, and who else? Drew, myself. That's 3 people, and some of my friends. I think.
Oh, Ray,
from high school.
No, Ray, no.
No, you're right. Just 3. All right, ready to go back to the phones here, Drew?
Yep.
Who we? What? Yeah. Okay. Jim.
Hello?
You're 14.
Yes.
Your friend said that you can't get circumcised after the age of 12?
Yes. Like, I didn't believe it, but I just wanted to see if it was true.
It is not true. You can get circumcised at any age.
What happened to him? Hello?
Hello. Well, what happened was they went on tour, and basically, Tajinder had a few little, lapses and stuff, and I think he's feeling better now. And they're recording, and they did a new record. Oh man, I did part of the record. What is it called?
Well, are they going to be back touring soon?
Yeah, they're going to be back. They have a new record out right now, and for the life of me, I can't think of the name of what they're going under. It's Clinton. It's called Clinton.
Oh, okay.
Clinton's the name of the new CD?
It's the same guys, Ben and Tajinder. They just have a new thing called Clinton. It's more disco. I think I did one of the songs on there.
All right, Jim?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Uh-huh.
You going to get that circumcision?
I'm thinking about it. I'm not sure, though.
Okay. Well,
it's interesting how the big movement in sort of baby boomer age is to restore the
well, it was.
Foreskin and the 14 and under, hey, what are my parents thinking about? Get this thing off of here. What is this?
Well, the thing is, there was a time, it seemed to me about 10 years ago, where they were talking about foreskin restoration, where they're talking about taping it, taking what was left of your foreskin and trying to stretch it out and tape it and hang weights off it.
I think that started peaking a couple years ago. That was still a big deal.
No, that was peaking 10 years ago, Drew.
All right. I say so.
All right. Where the hell, here. What the hell? Keanu.
Hello, how you doing, Adam?
Good.
Carolla.
What's up?
I was just wondering, my girlfriend, when she performs oral sex to me, it takes anywhere from 25...
Hold on a second, Keanu. Just be silent for 1 second.
All right.
News Radio 700 WLW.
Mm-hmm.
News 2 service of our...
It's my telephone.
Really?
My telephone?
Yeah, my telephone is really messed up. It's about 800 years old.
It picks up AM radio?
Yes, it does. I apologize for that.
Wow.
Is that legal, Anderson? What we just did?
That's to drive you insane.
It's kind of like Paul's phone.
Where are you calling from? What city?
I'm calling from Lincoln Heights, which is in Cincinnati, Ohio.
All right. So we get to hear some local AM station?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, let's find out what the traffic is, because I may be driving through there on the way home. All right. So what's going on?
Well, my girlfriend's becoming frustrated when she performs orally on me. It takes anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And I was wondering to know if it's normal. And when I perform on her, it usually doesn't take even a minute.
Really?
Wow.
He's bragging.
You're getting a good deal.
I'm serious. I'm not bragging.
So maybe she just wants to fake it real quick and get it over with.
I hope not.
Hey, so you can have an orgasm, but it just takes you like 20 or 25 minutes.
Yes.
Is it that way with every other act?
Yes. To be honest with you, yes.
Okay.
Right. So
that's fine.
That's good. Most people consider that a good thing.
Well, a lot of guys can't or don't have an orgasm via the oral sex. I don't know what they're thinking about. I think those men should be eliminated because I don't want them breeding. Then they'll have kids who can't have an orgasm via the oral sex, and I'm scared that the blowjob will become a thing of the past because women will become frustrated. A lot of guys can't have one at all. So if you can have one in 25 minutes, you may be, pardon the pun, a little bit ahead of the game. You really may be. You see what I'm saying? All right, let's find out what's going on with the local weather, though. Let me just listen for a second. Are they talking?
No, not right now. They will be again in a minute, I guess.
All right. Hey, Keanu, for like $30, you can go get a new, portable phone now.
Yeah, I'll go get one.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Or at $30, you can go to Reno.
You're worth it. You can get yourself a hooker. All right. People, you got to be good to yourselves. If you have some appliance that is jabbing you in the ribs every time you use it or something, just feel free to go down and get yourself a new one. Don't torture yourself that way. Hey, seriously, though, you guys know what I'm talking about? That a lot of guys can't have an orgasm with oral sex?
Not in my experience.
No? You're all right?
I don't know. I have to agree with the caller.
Really? Takes you a little while?
Yeah.
You got to focus?
Yeah, pretty much. You know? But it's all good till it's bad.
Drew, what do you think about that?
That what? That it's a bad thing, or that?
No. Would you agree that some guys can't have an orgasm?
Oh, yeah.
But what do you think it is? You think it's 10% or 40%?
Or could it be the...
No, I don't think it varies from mouth to mouth. 10%. What?
10%.
10%?
I think it's probably,
15, 20%?
There's probably 20% that's really into it, and 20% that's sort of not so into it, and maybe 5 or 10% that's just off it.
But what if you really want to? Then what do you do?
You really want to, but you can't?
Yeah.
See, that'll screw you up as a guy.
Yeah.
If you want something too bad and it ain't happening.
It's all a psychological
Yeah, you start
breakdown.
pushing too hard. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's it. That's the ticket.
Jeannie?
Yes.
You're 29.
Yes, I am.
What's up?
Okay, I'm calling about my son. He is 11 years old. I think he's fairly normal, going through puberty. My question is, okay, I have caught him a few times now looking at Dad's Playboys, okay?
Yeah.
Which I think is probably normal. But my question is, should I allow him to?
Is he almost 12?
He'll be 12 in June. I don't want to. I don't want to make him think that sex is bad or sex is.
Well, have you begun having discussions with him about all this?
Yeah, I mean, he's. I've always honestly answered any questions that he's come to me with.
Yeah.
He's gone through the. He's in 6th grade.
6th grade. Oh yeah, please.
He's gone through sex ed, in school.
Yeah.
Does he want to be a construction worker?
No, his father is.
Oh, there you go.
But
Let me tell you, hold on. If his dad's working construction, he's got more than Playboy hanging around.
But he's not looking at those that I know of.
Oh, yeah.
What's he have? 2 different hiding places? Like a softcore hiding and hardcore hiding?
Yeah.
And God knows what's under the house. A couple of bodies.
But I don't want him to think that sex is bad, but I don't know that I should necessarily allow it.
Well, listen, here's the deal. You guys jump in if you think I'm wrong. When you're in the 6th grade, you want to look at a Playboy. But you also understand that your mom doesn't want you looking at a Playboy. And for a million years, the guy snuck to look at the Playboy, the mom busted him and said, you won't be looking at that Playboy, and everything worked out all right. Didn't it?
Yeah, I think it's take an opportunity to reinforce again what your ideas are about his sexuality and what that you should be available for a dialogue with him.
Okay.
And you might want to also talk about how you feel about women. Wait a minute, well, it's important. He's not 12 yet. Between 8 and 12, you have an opportunity to really.
He's in the 6th grade, and I remember being in the 6th grade and had looked at many a Playboy by that age.
Yeah, but also to let him know how you feel about women posing nude? Is that something, do you have a feeling about that?
Drew, what are you doing
That's all.
here? Why
That's all.
bother?
And-
You just say, listen, you're in the 6th grade, you shouldn't be looking at those Playboys, and then you hide them somewhere new, and then he finds the new place that you hide them, and he gets another look at them. You know what I'm saying?
I know, but there's between the ages 8 and 12, you got to get a dialogue going.
I'll tell you, though, if my mom had confronted me...
Not confront.
I wanted to have a dialogue about sexuality when all I wanted to do was look at a Playboy. It would have been kind of freaky to me. It would have made me very uncomfortable. Wouldn't that made you uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Your mom. I talked to your mom at your party 2 weeks ago. I was uncomfortable. Please. I was drunk. I was uncomfortable. We weren't even talking about sex until later.
If it had started around...
I mean, come on.
It's his point, though. Maybe start around 8, 9.
No, don't talk to him about it. Just, put a condom on and don't go gay on me. That's the conversation you have with your kids.
That's brilliant.
Todd?
Hello?
You're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
Not much. Found out that my girlfriend, she lost her period, or she didn't have her period, and was having like a lot of foreplay with her, like a couple days ago.
Yeah.
But like I didn't have sex with her, but I think I might have had pre-cum inside of her.
You mean you put your penis inside her?
No, like she like jumped on it, but like.
Did your penis go inside her?
Was it trying to escape, like get out of the room or something? She tackled it?
No, not really, but like it like hit the outer part of it, but it didn't go inside. But then, like a couple minutes after that, like started like getting like deeper in there with my fingers. So I don't know if I pushed it in there or not.
Yeah, it's not like a tampon though.
Yeah.
Todd. Wow. And Todd, do you do a lot of leaking down there?
I don't know. That night I did though.
Yeah, well, you don't leak when you're just, for instance, just sort of sitting around at home eating cereal, talking to your folks. Okay.
Not really.
No, when you're eating cereal. Okay.
No.
Okay, so you do, you do tend to leak a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And that can have some sperm in it, right, Drew?
Yep, a lot.
But she's probably not pregnant.
Probably
from
not.
this.
Just worrying about being pregnant sometimes enough to make somebody lose their period.
The only thing that's like scaring me is that she like wants to have a kid if like in fact she does become pregnant.
Oh boy. Well, what are you doing, Todd? Why aren't you wearing a condom? How come you're not having sex?
I don't know. I don't want to. Just the fact that I didn't want to get her pregnant. That's why I didn't want to have sex.
Why don't you keep that morning after pill around?
Yeah, I know. That's what I heard. I wanted to like try to get her on that, but like I don't know. It's like, can't you do it like within 72 hours?
Yep.
Yeah. See, it's like been 48 hours like already.
All right.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Happened on Saturday.
Oh, she's missed her period since Saturday?
Yeah.
All right.
That's not missing
All
a
right,
period.
Ball.
Get the morning after pill. Let's go get it. 1-888.
Todd. Never name your kid Todd.
1-888 not too number 2 late. 1-888 not too late.
Didn't Todd sound like every Todd you know?
Yeah.
And you know why you don't name your kid Todd either?
He's short for this world.
Yeah. There's no Todd over 35 years old.
Yeah, we've been discussing name makeovers actually.
Yeah. Hey,
some just don't work.
There's no Grandpa Todd or Old Man Todd or, hey, that's the Colonel Todd.
Plus,
you know
Todd
what I
kind of
mean?
reminds you of odd. It's just
Yeah.
same thing.
And it's got a little toad in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, you don't know, it screws up all good, sort of ethnic names, Like, you don't know what the guy's nationality is because his first name's Todd. I was talking about this, my last name's Carolla. And my parents give me this crappy first name, Adam. So no one can figure out that I'm Italian. See, if my name was Tony or Guido or Roberto, it's like, hey, if my name was Roberto Carolla, people would go, wow, that's a good, strong Italian name you got there.
They would think it's Spanish.
But I go, Adam Carolla. I go, what are you, Jewish or what are you, Irish or something? What is that Carolla? Because the Adam screws everything up. Todd screws everything up, too. Todd Carolla. You don't know what the hell that was. Yeah. Man, it sounds like and you don't live past 35. All reasons. Now, should you change your name? You think you would live longer?
Of course.
Okay. Sorry. I know it's a stupid question. I'm no doctor. Nate?
Hey, what's up?
Nate, you're 18.
Hey, I was curious how y'all got hooked up with Dell and Angor.
We've known them for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that Dell track is one of my favorite tracks.
Well, that's good. It's mine too.
Yeah, actually, I have an album coming out with Dell early next year. It's called 3030.
Really?
Buy it.
Did you produce that Tony Touch beat?
What?
Did you produce what?
That beat.
Yeah, we did it.
And you got that like approved by Tony Touch and everything? Isn't that from Tony Touch's single?
No, not at all.
It's not?
The question's where did Tony Touch get it?
It sounded like it.
No, not at all.
But it's tight.
Hey, Nate, you can't use the S word that way. No?
Oh, I'm sorry, my bad.
That's all right. All right, Nate. Nate's 18. How long you been pimping, Nate? All right, Nate, I'm going to hang up on you, all right?
All right.
All right, take care. All right. And Christine.
Hi, guys.
Hey, you're 17. What's up?
Okay, this has to do with my major relationship problems, so I guess I'll start out by talking about my dad, since you guys are always curious about that. About 2 months ago, I found out that my dad's an alcoholic, and I didn't know because my mom hid it from us for a long time, so I've been going to groups and stuff for that, so I've been learning a lot about myself, and it sort of explains why I've been in some really dysfunctional relationships. But, and I've also had the feeling lately like I really want a boyfriend and weird stuff like that. But I met this guy, and I started talking to him, and we were just talking for a couple weeks, and on Friday we had our first date, and he appears to be like the perfect guy, sort of like Mr. Rogers, you know, which was...
That's perfect.
Yeah. That's a real turn-on for most 17-year-olds.
That's dysfunctional right there.
The guy talks to model trains.
Puppets.
He's like a Boy Scout, and, you know, is into music and all of this healthy stuff, and so it looked really good from the outside, and I guess that's sort of what attracted me to him. But so we had our first date, and like at the end of the date, he asks me out.
At the end of the date?
Like, no, like as in, will you be my girlfriend?
Oh, I mean, he
has to stay out.
Go steady, right?
Yeah, and that kind of scared me because we'd just started talking.
Right.
This is the first date.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, and he probably doesn't get out too much, and he's pretty enthusiastic that some girl's talking to him.
Yeah.
Clingy. What's his name?
Huh?
What's his name?
Todd?
His name.
Is it Todd?
Not Todd.
Cephas?
It's Dave.
Cephas.
And what is so he wants you to go steady, and what do you say?
Well, I basically said I don't want anything to be official, and I tried to be really nice about it because I'm just too nice in general.
Right.
And he seemed sort of disappointed after that, right? But I basically said, you know, I'm still interested in dating you, but
right.
I just don't want, this is just moving too fast for me.
Yeah.
So then
I used to ask for anal sex. That was my problem right at the end of the day. I mean, not that day, but next time. Do you think I get some back door? And I realize now that was inappropriate. Maybe I was pushing too hard. I was moving too fast. I should have just kept that to myself.
Well, anyway.
You didn't realize that until years later.
No, not, well, I'm 35 now. I was 33 when I realized that. Yeah.
So he's still calling me every day, and like he's inviting me over to his family's house for Thanksgiving, and
oh boy,
he invited me. Well, just listen. He invited me to this big like
jamboree,
this ball this weekend with his whole family. Like he wants me to meet the whole family. He wants to make me this huge part of his life.
Right.
He wants this serious thing, and I've heard...
All right, well, listen, Christine, is that turning you off, the fact that he's pushing so hard?
Yeah.
Now, if you could separate that from the guy, would you like him?
I don't know. See,
women can't do that.
I'm so...
I know. Listen, Christine, the guy's needy, and the guy's pushing too hard.
Yeah.
And he's desperate.
Isn't that interesting? They can't do that.
But you don't think this is just
But you can't even separate that from the guy.
Yeah,
no, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Hook up with a few, out-of-work methadone junkies who beat the ass out of you for, 15 years, and then you'll be dying for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it ain't going to work at 17. You're not into him, and he's too needy.
Yeah.
And he's kind of weak.
Yeah, and it's like I just feel like I cannot find my intellectual match, and I probably won't for a long time.
All right, but what do you think about this? Because this is like an age-old thing, and Drew, you probably went through this. I went through this. A lot of guys go through this when they're young. The real needy, the chick feels the needy on the guy, and he may as well just be wearing a overcoat made out of donkey ass at that point. They are that attracted to him. Now, and the thing is they can't even separate the neediness from the guy.
Person. Yeah,
they look at the guy
screaming.
Yeah, they're like, I see this guy. He's attractive. I'm attracted to him. He's into all this stuff that I'm into. I think he's the perfect man. Then I find out he's really into me, and he wants to see as much of me as possible, and he's a little bit needy. And now Mr. Rugged, good-looking, who's with the spotless record, becomes this wretched
donkey ass
of a man, and who I want nothing to do with.
Yeah.
See, men, if we find a woman who we think is beautiful and smart and intelligent and intellectual and makes us laugh, and then find out that she can't get enough of us, we are in. I mean, we're in a big way. I'm not talking about stalking. I'm not talking about calling at 4 in the morning. But when you find out someone that you're really attracted to initially is really into you, hey, that's fine.
Wow.
Bring it on.
Even better.
Hope she has a sister.
She's a little weak, coming off a rebound.
That's right. I could score. I could score. Yeah. She's injured.
The shoulder to cry on.
She's looking for a little rebound. She's looking to bolster her ego a little bit. She's knocked down a notch. I could build her back up. But women, man, that is not attractive. And it's interesting, Christina could not even separate the needy guy from the attractive guy who she didn't know before.
Right.
It was just one unattractive guy now.
Isn't that interesting? And that all that, remember, we sort of ran into this when we talked about our personal rating scale.
Right.
That women would go, they put a ranking on somebody's appearance that really was about what they did and who they were.
Right.
They couldn't separate.
He is no longer attractive because he really digs her.
Yeah.
Whereas,
because he's needy.
Whereas guys, we're much more mature. It's like, this really hot bitch is nuts, but she's into me, and that's cool. I mean, she does not get worse looking because she's a little crazy or a little needy. We still recognize what someone looks like and what we want to do to them. We're very mature that way. See, women.
Very evolved.
Oh, everything's a factor. You know, and women, they talk about like going out on dates and stuff, and they go, this guy's hot, and he's rich, and he's this, and he's that, and everything's going great. And then he brings this up. He starts telling me he hates cats, and then that's it. And I think to myself, that's it? The guy's good looking, he's rich, you're this, you're that, and that's it? Because he starts talking about something? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas guys, we just go, hey, I hate cats too. Come on, let's get in the jacuzzi. It wouldn't slow you down for a second.
All right.
You'd start rethinking your issues. Yeah, maybe I like cats too much. Yeah, I don't think there's not much I like about cats. That's why, guys, when you go on a date, you have to really sort of watch yourself. You can't just, you can't just, if you go to their house to pick them up, I'm sticking with the cat thing, and you walk in and their cat comes up and goes against your leg, and you just kind of look down at it and keep walking, you're screwed.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're allergic to cats. You better get down and pet that thing and say, oh, she's cute. Just fake it. Just all that little crap. Believe me, they're taking notes.
Can't really be honest, can you?
No, not really. I guess you can't.
Whatever works.
All right, Handsome Boy Modeling School is here tonight. Well, I guess what it is they're not using a very realistic criteria to figure out whether they like you or not, so you can fudge it a little bit. It's like an application. You know what I mean? Do you take drugs? No. Yeah, convicted of any felonies? Oh, come on, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's you'll do the job. They'll just fudge the application a little. We're going to take a break. We'll be back after this.
Yo, Loveline will be right back, homie.
Yep, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Crew. Handsome Boy Modeling School is our guest tonight. Yeah. It's also the name of the CD. Chess Rockwell, also known as Prince Paul, is here tonight. So is Nathaniel Merriweather, also known as Dan the Automator. And they will be at, where is it, Fat Beat, Big Beat?
Fat Beats.
Fat Beats, which over on Los Feliz, or in Los Feliz. That's the name of a street and an area. So I'm not exactly sure what the address is, but you can call information and find out where Fat Beats is. 6 o'clock tomorrow. Also, you can check out their website at www.handsomeboymodel.com. So no school in there.
No.
Where the hell, where are we now? You want to hear the CD, Anderson? I'm going to take one call, then we'll hear the CD. All right? Brian?
Hey, how's it going, Adam?
You're 30. What's going on?
I got a question for Dr. Drew.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having unprotected sex with my girlfriend for a year.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants it that way because it's natural and whatever, and we're very careful.
Careful of what?
Not, because I use the withdrawal method.
That's not a method.
What a dumb thing to do.
Well, that's
more of a maneuver than it is a method.
Yeah.
It's kind of a porn maneuver, but it's not really a method.
I was just wondering. We've been doing this for a year, and we have sex at least 3 or 4 times a week. And with each instance, we have sex at least twice each time.
Wow. What's wrong?
Am I just too lucky, or could I have a very low sperm count? That's my concern actually now.
Yeah, it's an interesting question.
You're certainly lucky.
Well,
either way.
Here's what we can surmise. You're not a leaker.
Right, probably not leaking.
You don't have that bad jizz gasket that does.
Well, I do.
That was the name of my band in high school. Jizz gasket. Pretty hardcore.
But when you
bought your first album
back in the early 80s.
There's lots of sperm in your urethra, and then
first album was called "Get a Load of This."
Then you go
jizz gasket.
Then you go put your penis back inside, and that sperm has an opportunity to get out.
Right.
So there's no way to tell if you have a low sperm count other than having a sperm count done.
Okay.
Sperm analysis.
Yeah.
But no matter what, you're very lucky.
I see.
Yeah, she's going to get pregnant eventually.
Oh yeah.
And you pull out right at the moment of impact or lift off or whatever it is.
Right when it's about to come out, boom, I'm out of there.
Yeah, it's pretty good. See, a lot of guys. Boom. A lot of guys can't tell when that first salvo's coming.
Well, I guess I'm lucky. I have it down to a science.
All right. But let me tell you, it's a risky thing, and you will F up one time.
What the hell's up with your girlfriend?
And that'll be it.
Right. Now...
Wait, what the hell's up with your girlfriend?
Well, she's just against having anything, I guess, foreign inside her. I mean, I know...
Does she eat and drink water?
What is with her bizarre thinking? I mean, that is bizarre, irresponsible thinking.
Or are you trying to have a kid?
No. Actually, we are engaged, but so if
All right. Well, all right. Hey, you're 30. How old is she?
28.
All right. Well, she's sort of. They're sort of in that. If we have a kid, we have a kid mode.
Well, that's what she's in.
Right.
No way, we're not having kids. Well, she's.
Yeah.
She's thinking kid.
Yeah. Meanwhile, he's going to frost the belly. Well, she thinks about having a kid. All right. That seems like a fair trade-off. I was listening. Remember when Dr. Ruth had a syndicated radio show about 15 years ago? You guys ever remember hearing that show?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
It was like, and I was driving. I remember where I was. I was on the Ventura Freeway. I was going to Fatburger, I think. God, it was a pathetic. I was like 20 or something. This must have been like 1984. Something like that. And I was listening to a radio show, and some guy called in, and he said, same question. Dr. Ruth, I've been having unprotected sex with my girlfriend for about a year now. She hasn't become pregnant yet. I want to know if I have a, low sperm count. And she said, well, do you pull out? And he pauses for a minute, and he goes, yeah, when I'm done. I thought, what did this guy think Dr. Ruth was asking? And that sums up our callers, too, isn't it?
Yeah, same callers.
When I'm done.
Same people.
As if Dr. Ruth is asking, do you go to work with your penis in her? I mean, what do you guys do? Like, just sort of drape a coat in between the two of you so it's not as offensive to coworkers? Or
present yourself as Siamese twins.
Yeah, how is it? What do you drive, by the way? Does she sit on the dashboard while you steer the car? Or how does it put her head out the sunroof? When I'm done. That is, and then Dr. Ruth went off the air, so I'm sure that guy must have been recycled into a Loveline listener at some point. All right, or at least one of the demon seed kids he had from not pulling out correctly. We're going to listen to something from Handsome Boy Modeling School, and this one absolutely is called The Truth. That would be Handsome Boy Modeling School, and that is The Truth off of the musical curriculum from the Handsome Boy Modeling School, which is the name of the CD. And you can find them down at Fat Beats in Los Feliz tomorrow, 6 o'clock. You guys be signing this CD and hanging out and meeting people?
As long as they buy it.
Yeah, of course. You got to buy it first.
Well, maybe they bought it early and they'll bring it down for you to sign it.
That'll be fine, too.
All right. Lorianne?
Lorraine.
Oh, Lorraine? Oh, boy. Well, that was close.
What's going on, Lorraine?
You're 24. What's up?
I have this weird rash, and it's on the very, very top of my pubic hair, like basically between like the area where my abdomen ends and my pubic hair starts.
What does it look like?
It's really red and itchy, and there's like these two like kind of white on the edges of them are white, but they're kind of like nickel-sized spots. And I tried treating it with cortisone, and I tried treating it with that Gold Bond stuff, and it hasn't gone away.
Is the center of those circles sort of lighter than the periphery?
Yeah.
It's probably a fungus.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew.
You got to go get that treated, okay?
Okay.
Well, why do you have to go? You have to go get it treated?
You can try the Lotrimin over the counter to start with.
Okay.
But it sounds like, if it's that itchy, it sounds like something kind of exuberant might want to be checked out.
Hey, Drew?
Yeah.
With that cortisone cream?
Yeah.
Why not pump it up just a little bit? You know, I get some of that stuff, I bring it home, and, I'm reading the label. 1% cortisone.
Yeah. It's nothing.
1%, that's 99% nothing. I mean, you bragging about 1%? When do you brag about 1%? And I think to myself, let's just say you made it 2%. What would it do? Burn a hole in me, or would I become addicted to it, or might it just work?
Well, you're thinking sort of, it's reasonable thinking, but the cortisone creams that are prescriptions are actually 0.25%.
So it should be lower?
The point is they're much, much more potent. The real problem with the hydrocortisone is it's very weak. And 1% is actually extraordinarily powerful if you're using the usual over-the-counter stuff. But the compound itself is just so damn weak.
So I get the skunk. I mean, I get the cramp version.
The stuff you get of a prescription is like hundreds of times stronger.
Why do you need a prescription to put cream on something?
Because that's a good question. Because it can be absorbed into your system, and you can suppress your adrenal function.
So I get
give you cataracts and diabetes and soften your bones.
Oh, please! I never heard of any of those things.
It discolors your skin and makes blood vessels come to the surface. It can be kind of unpleasant.
Okay, but I can rub it on if I have a problem. You could give me a
I think you're right that there should be some stronger stuff available.
Yeah, I don't like the idea of you either go to the doctor or you go down to the supermarket and get the stuff that doesn't work. Can't there be a sort of in-between brand? Something's got a little kick to it.
I think that's coming.
Really?
I think so.
You know how, like, with booze, you got your beer and then you got your hard stuff. You got your tequila. That's your hard stuff, and then the beer's a little lighter stuff. And the tequila's not illegal. It's just, hey, be careful what you do with it. I mean, you have to use it sort of responsibly. Why couldn't you have something with a little more kick in it? Why does everything at the store not work? And then if it works, you got to get a prescription for it, even if it's something that, it's not something you're going to get addicted to. It's not going to kill you.
Imagine that.
You know what I mean? You got something. Can't you just, you got a rash. You want to rub something on that works. Why can't you go buy that stuff? I don't understand that. Okay, Drew, do something about that, would you?
We could go commercial here, yeah?
Huh?
Commercial.
Oh, all right. All right, we'll do that, and then we'll be back after this.
Once again with Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back before you know All right, more Loveline. Handsome Boy Modeling School is our guest tonight.
had an interesting discussion about over-the-counter drugs as opposed to prescription drugs, and Dr. Drew says they should all be legal, right?
That's what I said.
And you're going to give me those Quaaludes you've been promising me all this week, right?
Once everything's over the counter, you'll have free access.
Do they still have Quaaludes?
No.
See, I missed that.
Sorry.
One more thing I'm going to do with my time machine.
No wonder our relationship has been so much on the skids.
And we have a threesome when I'm in high school.
I can no longer come through the way you had expected.
All right, so that's my...
All this, what you expected out of this relationship is just not coming through, is it?
Right. I'm trying to think. See, I'm building a time machine so I can go back to high school and have a threesome. Or at least I'm trying to figure out the math on it. But I'm also going to score some Quaaludes. When do they stop selling those Quaaludes?
Gotta be at least 10 years ago.
Yeah, in Mexico they have these things called Somas that are pretty much the same thing.
No, they're totally different.
Right. Build a time machine and go to Mexico.
Totally different chemical. They both
make you feel the same way.
And it's something you want to talk to us about?
What do Quaaludes do?
Soma is a muscle relaxant. It's I can never pronounce the name, carbidocidal.
None of our stone listeners are going to correct you.
And it is an addictive drug.
Yeah.
And it was a highly sedating.
I always heard a Quaalude was like, one pill was like drinking a six-pack or something. Like it made you feel drunk.
Yeah, but that's like GHB is that way too.
All right, but why? What was Quaaludes? What did they make them for originally?
I think those were pure sedatives.
And they stopped making them for legal reasons, or just came up with other... Why?
I don't think they were meant for humans originally.
Oh, they weren't?
No.
What were they meant for?
Like horses or something.
Really? Wow.
All right.
Like, who tried it? Who, took it from the horse? That's what I want to know.
That was Willie Shoemaker, the famous jockey.
Look what happened to him.
He shrunk.
No, he
got in a car crash. That's right. He's been paralyzed.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's on Quaaludes.
Was he on Quaaludes?
No.
Jesus Christ. Don't scare me, Drew. That's bad karma, man.
That poor guy.
No, but he was drunk, right?
No, not that I'm aware of. Hey, careful. If you don't know that to be true.
That's what I heard. He had a horrible car crash. What, is he paralyzed now?
Yeah, C-spine injury.
All right.
Awful.
I'll tell you, I heard there was some alcohol there. You didn't hear that?
No.
All right. Look that up on the internet, Anderson. Where the hell were we? Brandon?
Yeah.
You're 23.
Yes.
What's up?
Man, I can't believe I'm on with Prince Paul. Totally cool.
Wow.
Totally revere you as a producer. I grew up with your music and just have the utmost respect for you.
Oh, thank you.
I just got a couple real quick questions. Number one, I'm wondering if you still keep in touch with De La Soul and if you got anything to do with their new album that's coming out soon.
What, the De La? I would like to answer that question, but it's I'm trying to rather not answer that question.
I just take that as yes.
Now we got a few things that we're trying to come up with in the near future.
Cool.
And as far as we still talk all the time.
Awesome. That's totally cool. Also, I'm wondering if while you guys are out on tour, if you're going to be coming anywhere near Utah.
Hopefully not.
We don't do that many hip-hop acts. It's really disappointing. Like tomorrow night I'm going to see Gangstar, but it's only because they're coming with Rage Against the Machine.
Dilated People's open for that too, I think. It's pretty cool.
Hey, did you hear about my band? What's my band? Just Ballet. Wait, what was my?
I'm waiting for the
Just Gasket. We're pretty edgy.
Also, I'm just wondering if you got anything coming up, any kind of collaborations with somebody like some of the more backpack type rap, so to speak, like Mos Def or Pharoah Monch or anybody like that in the future.
Hopefully not.
Now, the only thing that I have that's pretty interesting is
Paul Barman.
MC Paul Barman will be coming out in January, and
Paul Barman and Mike V.
And the only other thing I got coming out really soon is this Chris Rock Christmas song that we're doing. So that's not backpack. It's more like black pack.
What's what is backpack? What's that mean?
All those kids you see around with backpacks on, walk around the street.
What's that mean?
Oversized clothes.
It's like non-commercial,
So backpack is good, right?
Well, it depends. If you're like rap artist and everyone who comes to your show was wearing backpack and North Face, it's not that interesting.
And they're all men.
Yeah, all male.
That's what I'm following with 2% women.
Drew, you were considered Bota Bag at some point, weren't you?
Yeah.
In high school.
How'd you know that?
I know your past. I know, that's cool. That was considered pretty hip back in the 70s. Bota Bag. What are you doing with Chris Rock?
I produced actually his last 2 albums.
And yeah, sorry.
Oh yeah, and right now as soon as I get back, we're doing a Christmas song, which should be very interesting.
What's the theme? I mean, other than Christmas. You don't have to give away the whole joke, but
nah, it's we're just gonna like remaking a few Christmas carols, you know.
I see,
and kind of bringing them to the ghetto, you know, more or less.
Right, and that'll be, I guess, released in time for Christmas.
Hopefully, man, you know. I'm trying.
Those
to
Christmas songs aren't big sellers in January.
yeah, exactly.
Now, if you're producing a record and Chris Rock is doing his thing, so Chris writes a song, Chris writes the lyrics, he comes in. And then what do? Do you get music? Do you put it behind him? Do you direct him?
I mean, yeah, basically what he does is how me and him work. He'll sit down like, he'll call me like 2 in the morning. Oh, Paul, I got this great idea. What I want to do is da-da-da-da-da, and the music needs to be like this, and we'll come in and we'll work on it. So with that in mind, in my 2 in the morning haze, I sit down, think about it for a minute, go back to sleep, wake up, and, you know, work on the concept that he has and kind of brings it to him, you know.
Right.
As far as like musically, were you thinking of this? Nah, it's close, but a little something different. And then I'll go back to drawing board, bring it back, and hopefully it gets close to what he wants, you know.
Yeah, it's an interesting process. I wish I could call someone at 2 in the morning. Drew, I may call you at 2 this morning and tell you I got a new idea for the show.
Enjoy.
Hey, if you pay me, you can call anybody 2 in the morning. It's like,
all right,
that part too.
We're gonna take ourselves a little break. We'll be back with Handsome Boy Modeling School after this.
Let's have some more fun.
Okay, let's do it. Call Loveline 1-800-LOVE-191.
Loveline will be right back.
Well, here's how it's sampled.
That is it. I want to thank Handsome Boy Modeling School for coming in here.
Thanks for having us.
Nathan and
it's been fun.
Chess.
It's been real.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys coming in. And again, you can go down to Los Feliz to see him at Fat Beat.
That's right. You coming through?
Yeah. I'm keeping it real. Drew, you coming through Los Feliz and hanging at Fat Beat?
I'm keeping it real, yeah.
Remember, that's Los Feliz in between the Observatory and Crazy Girls, right?
Just bring your backpacks.
All right.
Exactly.
Handsome Boy Modeling School, everybody. Get that CD. Thanks for coming in. And until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. I love guys.
Well, now. This has been Loveline. The stuff expressed on Loveline is not necessarily the stuff of the staff, management, sponsors, or anyone else, including Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingold. Now, please enjoy these birds.